to redefine your why. You have to know your why, your reasons. Everyone, this is Dr. Gigi Disunga from Victorious Life. How to rebrand yourself, right? So, in order to survive in the marketplace, in order to survive finishing your project, finishing your course, if you are a student, or if you are employed in order to be promoted, and if you have your own business, if in order to have more sales, sometimes you need rebranding, all right? So you have to rebrand yourself first before you rebrand your company, before you rebrand all the people around you. Start in yourself, all right? So how are you going to rebrand yourself? Number one, okay, so in order to rebrand yourself, you have to, number one, reposition yourself, right? So meaning to say, you need to change how other people know you, or you have to change your identity in front of the thousands of people around you. For example, if you are a student, if you were tagged as the student who is always late, the student who always left his or her assignment, so you have to reposition yourself. Be the student now who is always come early. Be the student who always has assignment, tasks, or outputs, or other things that you are supposed to submit. Okay? So if you are employed, be the person, okay? Be the person who can assist all people, who is so very generous, alright? So you have to reposition yourself. If there are things that had been marked to you, or they called you something like this, and it sounds like negative, so you have to change that into positive. So it will takes you a lot of effort, of course. As the start, as you begin repositioning yourself, of course, it will be hard on your part. It takes a lot of discipline to do that. But as you do that every day consistently, you can reposition yourself. And that's the first step to rebrand yourself, right? So second, how are you going to rebrand yourself is reorganize yourself, right? So you have to reorganize yourself. It starts with your thoughts, all right? So what you are thinking? So it should be start with a positive thing, okay? And you also have to choose very carefully on the words you're saying. It should be always in a positive mode, right? So because you are rebranding yourself. Remember, when you are rebranding yourself, you are conveying something. It's moving to the next level. It's shifting paradigm, okay? It's changing the mindset from negative to positive. That's rebranding. One thing, that's you are improving, all right? So start with your thoughts, with your words, with your action, with your surroundings, and including your social media. So start reorganizing your social media. What should be seen in your social media? If you want to be hired, for those who will be graduating, or who will fresh graduate, so if you want to be hired, how are you going to look at people when they see your social media? How do they want you to, if they will be evaluating you, what kind of students have you been? What kind of students you were when you were in college? So you have to reorganize your social media. Start with your strength, start with your skills, start with what you can do, right? So that's reorganizing yourself. Second step on how to rebrand yourself. All right, so third, you have to redefine your why. You have to know your why, your reasons. I remember one time I was reading the book of Tony Robbins, and he says there, or he writes there, that most astronauts are experiencing depression because they don't know their why. All right, so after getting stepping to the moon, what's next? They don't know the reason. Why do you want to achieve that? Why do they want this goal? Why do they want to buy a car, to go abroad, to travel and everything? What is their reason? And if you want to rebrand yourself, you have to redefine your why. What is your reason? What is that thing that push you? All right, so you have to know your why. Remember, I watched once Simon Sinek in one of his vlogs. He mentioned that the brain works well when it knows the reason why you are doing things. Right? So you should redefine your why. I remember our very own Manny Pacquiao. He won last Sunday. So he always consistently, for 14 years I was watching him. He is consistent to his answer. Whenever somebody, a reporter will ask him, why are you still fighting? Or why are you fighting? You already have the money. You already have the fame and the position. He's one of our senators. So why are you still fighting? And he's so very consistent. He knows his reason. His reason, that is to help, to make people happy and to entertain people. That's why he's fighting. So, when he was in the ring, is one thing in his mind is to fight so that the people will be happy while they are watching me fighting, to entertain people. That's one of his purpose. Of course, he has other reasons, but that's one is very clear. That's why he keeps on fighting. He's now 40 years old. The man who still knows his reason. Alright? So, do you want to rebrand yourself? So, first, you have to reposition yourself, reorganize yourself, and third is, you need to redefine your why, your reason. Alright? So, so that every day, you know your reason, why are you, you have to change your routine and everything in your life. So you have to review your why, your reason. All right, so rebrand yourself, okay, so that you keep on moving to the next level this 2019. All right, so please share this video to all your friends and relatives so that, okay, we can start rebranding ourselves so that we can sell ourselves in the marketplace. All right, so thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the day and let's go.